Good evening. Today is September 26th, and you're watching the Manila Times News Prime. Our top story: 4 fatalities were reported and over 400,000 persons were affected following the onslaught of severe tropical storm Oppong. The Office of the Civil Defense reported that 3 of the deaths were from Masbate and 1 from Camarines Norte. 1 died after being hit by an uprooted tree from Monreal, Masbate. Another was crushed by a wall that collapsed in Masbate City. The 3rd victim was killed by falling debris in Mobo. The 4th fatality was struck by lightning. In a separate report, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says 14 people died from the previous storms Mirasol and Nando. 17 were injured and 2 were reported missing. In other news, a Bicol Party-list representative, Zaldy Co, promised to return to the Philippines to answer the allegations against him. He gave that assurance in a letter dated September 25 to House Speaker Faustino Dy. Co reiterated that he never made insertions in the 2025 budget. He said the accusations against him are false, baseless, and politically charged. The congressman said these have condemned him to the court of public opinion that stirred public hatred against his family and himself. Responding to Co's letter, House Speaker Dy has given Co until September 29 to return to the country. In related news, 5 individuals who testified in the Senate probe into alleged anomalous flood control projects have not yet been given state witness status. This was disclosed by Justice Undersecretary Jesse Andres. Applying as state witnesses are former Public Works Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo, Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez, Curly Discaya, and his wife, Sarah. Andres clarified that they have only been admitted as protected witnesses to ensure their safety during the ongoing investigation. He said the Witness Protection Program Committee is still reviewing the applications. More on local news, Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto is forming an independent watchdog to monitor flood control and infrastructure projects. He says a team of experts and volunteers in Pasig will monitor and evaluate infrastructure projects of both the DPWH and the local government. Soto calls this the next level of local government cleanup drive in the city. He also noted that since 2019, he has not heard of ghost projects in Pasig, but he emphasized that verification and quality checks will be done. In business news, Philippine businesses are less optimistic about the economy in the 3rd quarter of 2025. That's according to the latest Business Expectations Survey of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The survey shows that the overall Business Confidence Index declined to 23.2% in the 3rd quarter of 2025. The overall Business Confidence Index was 28.8% during the 2nd quarter of the year. This was attributed to seasonal sluggish demand during the so-called ghost month as people postponed making big decisions like opening a business, entering partnerships, and investing in new ventures and stocks. And finally, state universities and colleges will now be able to fully implement free college education. Previously, there was the 12.3 billion peso deficiency in the implementation of free college education. That deficiency was resolved during the budget deliberations of the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED. CHED in the House of Representatives decided that the deficiency will be funded from the Higher Education Development Fund and amendments to the national budget. For more news and information, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and be part of our communities on Viber, Telegram, WhatsApp, and Mastodon. That's all for now on the Manila Times News Prime. Remember to stay safe, stay informed, and stay connected. I'm Michael Ang. Good night.